everyone, welcome to today's video. My name is Rebecca and I am the blogger over at minimalismmadesimple.com. So I want to invite you today to try a 7-day digital minimalism challenge that I created. And this video is all going to be about digital minimalism. So let's go ahead and get started. It comes at no surprise that the concept of digital minimalism was born, given the fact that we can find ourselves going mindlessly through our digital devices to provide us with on-demand information at any time. It's true that we rely on our digital devices for just about everything in both our personal and professional lives. So given that we live in the digital age and have the power of technology ready and available, we could find ourselves asking why not use it to its complete advantage. It certainly saves us time. But what happens when it doesn't do exactly what it's supposed to, like actually save us time? Are we doing just the opposite, spending more and more time on our digital devices to the point of no control? So you may be wondering, what exactly is digital minimalism and how could we get started? So digital minimalism originates from minimalism, which carries different meanings, but is all based on the concept that living as a minimalist means having less is more. So Cal Newport, he's the author of the book Digital Minimalism, Choosing a Focused Life in a Noisy World. And I definitely recommend downloading this book. It's one of my favorite books out there about minimalism. He defines it as digital minimalism is a philosophy that helps you to question what digital communication tools and behaviors surrounding these tools adds the most value to your life. It is motivated by the belief that intentionally and aggressively clearing away low value digital noise and optimizing the use of these tools that really matter can significantly improve your life. So the key takeaway I took from this book is not that all things digital are bad for you, but consuming too much information or wasting time takes away from the positive aspects of technology and the benefits that it provides us. So I'll leave a link to this book in the description below in case you want to go ahead and check it out. So our lives are now built around being online, and we could start to be a little more intentional about what we share and how much time we spend in the digital space. So let's go ahead and dive into this challenge that I have for you today. And I started this challenge because I was inspired by a less is more approach. And I found that I needed to declutter all the digital noise that was in my life. So I found myself spending way too much time on social media, had way too many emails piling up in my mailbox, and my computer was running very slowly because I had a lot of downloads on my computer that I never got around to deleting. So if you feel that you are in the same boat or just want to start living more minimally, you could simply follow these 7 steps day by day, and you could do it at your own pace because they could be done little by little throughout the day. And following these steps are guaranteed to help you to achieve the ultimate goal of digital minimalism. So no more mindless scrolling and no more countless emails to ignore. So let's dive right into the first day that I have, and the challenge is to delete and back up your old photos on your phone. So if you're anything like me, I find it so hard to delete the photos on my phone because I feel like I'm deleting memories that I want to stay with me forever. But thanks to free photo storage apps that you can find on the Google Play Store or the Apple Store, savoring these memories just became easier. You could store your photos automatically and effortlessly on one of their cloud servers. So not only does storing your photos declutter your digital space, but it saves you a lot of time in case you happen to be searching for a particular photo. So I admit it, I was so bad at deleting photos that I actually saved photos that had terrible lighting or didn't serve any real purpose. So what I want you to do is take the chance and go through your phone and delete the photos that you know you just won't miss at all, that you don't need, and storing the photos that you want to be able to keep. So let's dive into day number 2, which is to delete applications. I used to scroll mindlessly through Instagram and Facebook without looking for anything specifically. And did you know that Instagram has this option where you can view how much time you're spending on the application? So don't say I didn't warn you, because I was absolutely shocked at how much time I was spending on Instagram. So while social media does have its positive impacts on society, it allows us to connect with people and allows us to be in touch with people, it is also linked to a rise in depression, anxiety, and unrealistic expectations. Social media platforms tend to portray certain lifestyles as being perfect while severely lacking authenticity. And people tend to only share what they want you to see and not the whole picture. And since we are only seeing one side of the story, it could create a feeling of disappointment within our own lives. If these social media applications are not serving a positive purpose in your life or enhancing it in any way, try to remove them from your phone and to see how you feel. So I happen to spend a lot of time commuting back and forth on the metro, and I replaced these social media platforms with my Amazon Kindle app so I could spend more time reading material that was purposeful and that served me well. So I encourage you to just try to find like a different distraction when it comes to social media. You can also try deleting applications on your phone that you hardly use or that are just taking up too much digital space. You can always keep the ones that are useful. In my case, Google Maps is a non-negotiable, and the ones that bring you joy. For day number 3, I want you to clean up your Google Drive. So Google Drive is a lifesaver for me. I use it to store files for work and for personal purposes as well. It's super user-friendly, and I'm able to store my stuff right exactly where I need it. But it does have a tendency to fill up pretty quickly and turns into a place that also stores information that I might not make use of anymore. So take the time to clear out your Google Drive, allowing yourself to have more digital space to store information that is important and once again serves purpose. Go through your Google Drive and organize the files that you need in folders while deleting the files that are just sitting there gathering digital dust. In day number 4, I want you to go ahead and do an email cleanup. So this day might be the most challenging one, depending on how many email subscriptions you have or old emails that you never got around to opening. I was so that person that had thousands of unread emails piling up on my phone, piling up in my inbox, and just it kind of got to the point of no control. So let's start with subscriptions. Have you ever subscribed to something and can't quite remember why? Don't get me wrong, I love subscribing to emails from people that I admire or people who provide really good content and could teach me a thing or two. These are valuable resources that I want you to keep and that I like to keep as well. But let's face it, if you're subscribed to something and haven't opened an email from this company or from this person in like a year, it means that you're not really interested in what they have to say. And that's perfectly okay. You can simply unsubscribe and move on. Or perhaps maybe you subscribed to a newsletter before where the topic was really interesting and beneficial for you at that time, but that time has passed and it's time to simply just delete it and let it go. So you could use a free service like Unroll to filter through the notifications and newsletters that you're subscribed to and simply unsubscribe within seconds. So this application is definitely a lifesaver for me, as you don't have to spend hours going through it mindlessly, manually, and going through each email and trying to find that hidden unsubscribe button, because it could be hidden quite well sometimes. So now what I want you to do is go through the old emails and simply start deleting those that are just taking up too much digital space. So if you're using Gmail, you can simply star the ones that are important and that you wish to keep and delete the rest. So this part of the challenge may take the longest and maybe one of the most tedious, but you are now one step closer to digital minimalism. So in day number 5, I want you to delete and organize your downloaded files. This can be beneficial for both your phone and your computer. You just have to go through the downloaded files section and begin clearing it out. So sometimes I download a document, as I mentioned before, read it, and just leave it sitting there. And once again, taking up too much digital space and seriously slowing down my computer. So organize the downloads you wish to keep by adding them to a folder and simply deleting the rest. You can do this manually, or you can use a program that may already be built into your computer. So check the search button for storage usage and see how much digital space you can achieve by simply deleting downloaded files. And day number 6, what I would like you to do is to turn off notifications. So have you ever gone to a website and accidentally hit the subscribe button to notifications? This happens more often than not, so don't feel guilty about it. And soon your phone or computer are always flashing notifications at you all the time. So go through your phone applications and simply turn off those notifications as well as the ones on your computer. This can prevent distractions and saves you from checking your social media accounts or networks every 5 minutes. We need to really start to think and simply let go of the fact that we need to be informed at all times about different things and learn to live a bit more in the moment. So notifications are nothing but a distraction that can really take you away from living in the present. So the last and final step I have for you, which is on day number 7, is to take a digital detox. So this may be one of the most important steps that I have for you throughout this process. And a digital detox is time spent away from your digital devices, an extended break. So think of it as a temporary digital cleanse. I usually like to pick 1 or 2 days out of the week to take a digital detox. This means no checking my phone, computer, emails, or messages. And sometimes I'll do it for half the day or sometimes even longer, it depends. I feel that it helps me to clear my mind and to be more productive. I can spend this time reading, writing, or simply just being with my loved ones. So a digital detox is so refreshing and a must-do when it comes to practicing digital minimalism. So how much time you want to spend detoxing is actually completely up to you. You can try little by little, maybe for a few hours, maybe for half a day, and then you can work your way up from there. So that's about it for today's video. There you have it, the ultimate 7-day digital guide to digital minimalism. You can find all this information over on my blog, and I'll leave the link in the description below, which is a 7-day to digital minimalism guide. And yeah, so you can find all that information there. I'd love to hear about your progress, or if you have decided to take this challenge, in the comments below. And also on my website, I have a free resource library where I have free printables, free check sheets, workbooks for you to download. So I will leave the link for that in the description below as well. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.